Now let's talk about how to go door to door to flip the sixth. You might be using a paper printout of the voter data, or you can use a smartphone app called Minivan, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. Either way, before you go to your first house, review the script. Feel free to use your own words for some of the longer paragraphs about politics. It'll be more authentic for you to talk about what you believe in using your own words. The paper printout will look like this. Be sure to watch for multiple voters at the same address. Each person will be on their own row. You will also have a printout of the script and a legend of these codes. You will check the boxes to indicate whether you were able to contact them, and if you do have a conversation, you will circle these numbers to indicate the answers to the questions in the script. Whether you're using paper or the app, look at this information to learn more about each person. This code tells you about their party affiliation as far as the data can indicate. Strong Democrat, leaning Democrat, strong or leaning Republican, independent, unknown, or no data. If you're installing the Minivan app on an Android smartphone or iPhone, look for this logo. The first time you use it, if you don't already have an Action ID, you will have to create one with an email and password. Once you're logged in, you'll see this screen. Click here to enter the list code that you will have received from the task force. Be sure to enter it correctly so that you don't get the wrong list and canvass the wrong people. Here are the addresses on this list. These dots indicate the voters in each household. Click an address for more details about one residence. Here's a detailed map for this address. The map is zoomable. Here are the names of the voters at this address. For more details about each person, click the name, then click Details. Here is her demographic data and voting tendency. Go back and use the Script tab to follow the script and record your data. By default, this button will indicate that the person is home. Follow the script. Be sure to ask these questions, and then stop talking and wait for the person to respond. If there's an awkward silence, let them be the one to break it. Record their answers using these drop-downs. If they're already supporting a Democratic candidate, ask them if they'd like to volunteer. A campaign organizer will follow up with them. If the person is not interested or identifies as Republican, politely end the visit. If they're undecided or sound engaged, try language like the script here to put in a good word for Democrats, but remember, you're not campaigning. In this household, Kathy is home, but Ron is not home. To indicate that you canvassed at an address but weren't able to collect the data for a person, slide this button and indicate the reason you were not able to talk to this individual. Then, go back to your list and select the next address. Once you have your script memorized, you can click Hide Script to view only the drop-downs for collecting data. When you're done, be sure your data is synced. You'll need a data connection. Here are some tips for successful canvassing. Always canvass in teams. 2 is a good number. Dress casually and comfortably in good walking shoes, but even in casual attire, look nice. Be polite with people who don't share your views and don't engage in a prolonged discussion. Just move on. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go to the door. And never go inside a residence for any reason, even if the conversation is going really well. If you see a no soliciting sign, use your judgment. Technically, political canvassing is not soliciting because you're not selling anything. You're ready to help us flip the 6th. Your next step is to click the Next button below to answer some questions and notify the task force that you are ready. Thank you for watching, and thank you for volunteering.